All right, well, excited to start Daniel. The book of the generation of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Abraham begot Isaac, Isaac begot Jacob, Jacob begot Judas and his brethren, and Judas begot Phares and Zara and Thalmar, and Phares begot Esrom, and Esrom begot Aram, and Aram begot Enabidab, and Enabidab begot Nasun, and Nasun begot Salmon or Salmon. I don't know how you pronounce it in the, in the Hebrew, but maybe it's truly a Salmon in the Hebrew. Begot Buos of Rachab, and Buos begot Obed of Ruth, and Obed begot Jesse, and Jesse begot David the king, and David the king begot Solomon, and of her that had been the wife of Urias, and Solomon begot, I've heard of Rehoboam, but that doesn't look like that's how it's pronounced. Roboam, and Roboam begot Abiah, and Abiah begot Asia, and Asia begot Josaphat, and Josaphat begot Joram, and Joram begot Ozias, and Ozias begot Jotham, and Jotham begot Achaz, and Achaz begot Ezekias, and Ezekias begot Manassas, and Manassas begot Amon, and Amon begot Josias. Semicolon. Moving on to Daniel. Well, never hit enter. In the 3rd-year reign of, here's another name, Jehoiakim, king of Judah, came Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, into Jerusalem and besieged it. And the Lord gave Jehoiakim, king of Judah, into his hand with part of the vessels. Now notice the Lord did it. The Lord's done everything. And you're like, well, that happened because of what the Jews did. No, the Lord had the Jews do that because he's ordained the end from the beginning. That's Isaiah 46:10. With part of the vessels of the house of God, which he carried into the land of Shinar to the house of his God. And he brought the vessels into the treasure house of his God. And the king spake unto Aspenaz, the master of the eunuchs, that he should bring certain of the children of Israel. So just a certain group of the Israelites, and of the king's seed, and of the princes, children in whom were no blemish, but were very favored and skillful in all wisdom and cunning and knowledge and understanding and science, such as had ability in them to stand in the king's palace, in whom they might teach the learning and the tongue of the Chaldeans. So they were all taught the ways of the Chaldeans and the astrologers and so forth. The king appointed them daily provision of the king's meat and of the wine which they drank, so nourishing them 3 years, that at the end thereof they might stand before the king. Now, when we get into the way Daniel would not eat food that defiled him, you can imagine when he was taught all of this astrology and the ways of the Chaldeans, he did not practice it. Just like he practiced good eating skills, he practiced the way of the Lord. He didn't practice the way of the Chaldeans, but he was taught it. So he was given the knowledge, the knowledge of good and evil. He had both. So anyway, love y'all very much. Monday's Bible study complete that fast.